Welcome, Libra, to your second rendition of your reading. I think that your quality of sound on the video that I made for you was probably the worst, and I do apologize for that. As I said, Trudy provided for me the technical tools to make this possible. And what is this? This is Virtual Tarot, and I'm Ava. Since I'm redoing this, I made a few notes as to what I had said, but that doesn't guarantee that I'm going to reiterate everything that I did say, because I just am not built that way. So I'm going to redo it for you. Hopefully you can hear me this time. Since Trudy and I are doing these videos separately now, I thought to take a moment and introduce myself to new viewers, those for whom this is the first time that we're meeting. As I said, I'm Ava, and primarily I'm a yoga teacher of, gosh, now 50 years, or maybe less, maybe 45 years or so. But I'm a tarot card reader of 30 years. They're my two passions, the tarot, or metaphysics, and yoga, which is a metaphysical subject as well. And what we do here at Virtual Tarot is we use a 4-card spread in order to forecast for you the forthcoming events, psychological, physical events of the coming month. And in this instance, Libra, that month would be April. Now this is a redo because I have to keep my voice up. I thought that this would be a good place to try this for my voice quality, because I tend to have a soft voice anyway, and not when I'm teaching yoga, but when I'm doing this, these tarot videos. So this room is my kitchen, and in fact this is the Alkaline Kitchen, the mini version of the Alkaline Kitchen, which is a feature of my other channel, the kitchen in which I create vegan alkaline recipes for you. But I thought it would be good because it's small and there's a sort of an echo chamber in here, and I'm hoping that you can hear me. So let's begin the recap, the reiteration of that reading, which you probably heard very little of anyway. In the position, there's a 4-card spread. In the position of the overall energy of the month, the first position, we had, and here it is, the 2 of Swords upright. I don't know if you saw it well enough. She has her swords crossing her heart. She is blindfolded. She's totally still. The water behind her is turbulent. So it bespeaks of some unresolved tension, mental tension, that you can't seem to resolve because you don't have all the information, all the facts. You don't know enough yet to reach that conclusion or that compromise. It's saying that there needs to be a compromise of opposites, or a resolution of opposites, or that 2 ideas, 2 options are equally important or equally valid, and you can't make up your mind. So there's this sort of stasis that's going on right now. But ultimately, the whole month will be about this, trying to resolve this issue and to make a decision, to get some peace of mind, because it's weighing on you mentally. I can see also by what will come up in the position of the unexpected too, that something's weighing on you mentally. You know, this is the moon in Libra. So it's not a wonder that you received this card, because the air signs are great analyzers. They are, they have a great skill with comparing ideas and using their intellect, their reason, to come to some sort of balanced conclusion, to come to a fair conclusion. You Librians are extremely conscious of what's fair, of what is good, of, I hear my Librian friends often say, that's not fair, because they're the first ones to arrive at the insight that something is unbalanced in a situation, which is why they make great judges, lawyers, arbiters, counselors, even psychologists, and great, actually just some good friends. They're always, they'll always help you to come to the most reasonable conclusion, reasonable action, and they'll allow you to see both sides of the situation. So that's what you're doing. You're moon in Libra. moon being, there's something heavy about what it is you're analyzing, though. Something that is, again, producing some sort of tension. So let's go on. In the position of the challenge, the specific challenge, there you are. Oh no, I have these cards preset and they're not preset properly. There it is. The Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is in the position of challenge specifically. This is the earthy part of fire, even though the Wands is fire, is passion. The Page of Wands is very freewheeling. He's extremely open to possibilities in life. He's a sort of a dreamer, yet he loves to actually enact his dreams. He likes to sort of, without too much forethought, go out and do. So this is, as I said, the earthy part of fire, meaning that this is passion, wedded, joined to common sense. So that's it. That's your challenge. You need to become passionate about something, but not stray away from your common sense. In other words, do something to get you out of the conundrum, the mental conundrum that you're in. Maybe overanalyzing something, or maybe not facing a fear, not facing something, being afraid to face something. And here, the prescription for that is to use your own energy to create something, to be passionate about that thing. Do what gives you passion, yet with your feet firmly on the ground. Yes, indeed. I like to read these cards abstractly. It can't be a young person who is like that, who is naturally like that, sort of a free-spirited, yet very pragmatic individual. The dichotomy of those two things is what's interesting about this personality. He's very dapper too, likes to dress well. So that might give you a clue as to who this person might be. And in the position, oh yes, in the position of the unexpected. What did I say before? Anything specific out of the ordinary? No, not really. It's about the swords. You've got two swords, so you're in your mind. You're overly analytical. You can't stop thinking. You can't stop analyzing. You're restless. That's why the card depicts someone coming up out of a sleep and not being able to get back to sleep. Sort of anytime you see someone's hands on their head, you know that there's something troubling them. And very similar to the Two of Swords, there's something you're not facing, some fact you're not facing, and or a sudden realization of that fact and what that causes inside of you, a facing up to the truth, sudden, unexpected facing the truth, maybe being presented the truth, and having that truth disturb you in some way. Another possibility outside of all that ragged and chaotic mental stress is another way of seeing it. There's a lot of people out there and who are Librians of many different decants. Oh, this is what is this? This is see. Oh yes, Gemini. It's Mars in Gemini. I remember. Mars in Gemini. A Gemini is again, is very almost an overdrive analyzer. That's why they can multitask, because they're mentally everywhere. They're very agile mentally. This is Mars. This is that fiery energy into that. So it might be, again, overloaded. You're overloaded because of some fact or some realization that's disturbing you. And I was going to tell you, I digressed, I'm sorry. I was going to tell you the other possibility of this card and its meaning is the ability to actually use these remarkable mental faculties in order to dive deep into some subject, to tear it apart in a sense, to look for the meat of it, to the core of it, to get to it, to get to know it. That can be as well a possibility. For a student, this seems to be the story, the narrative of a poor student faced with a great deal of mental work that is daunting. Or maybe you're faced with some physical or mental crisis or some sort of issue, and it's hard for you to face up to it, whether that be for yourself or for someone else, a loved one. Some issue that comes up that has to be, that doesn't have to be, but is nonetheless perused mentally over and over and over again, so that you want to come up with the right answer, the right solution. That's what's going on. And at the end, we get some sort of resolution. Yes, we do. We have the three. Oh, where is it? 3 of Pentacles upright. And this is, after this whole process, this is talking about a sort of a practical process. And this is your first victory. First, okay, everything is all right. We're all working together properly. Everybody has their particular station in this project, in this endeavor, and they're listening to me. My wants, my vision is being taken seriously, and a true collaborative effort is being made. But it's sort of like arriving at the first finish line in a multi-leveled athletic competition. Like that, like a metaphor for that. So it's sort of like you've done it, okay, and now you're looking at what has taken place, and you're satisfied with what has taken place. There is a sense of victory. Okay, we've accomplished things well here. On a very mundane level, it's returning to work and having a harmonic team to work with. Librians are team workers. They love to and are skilled at working within a group, a team, either in leadership position or just organizationally. But there's something that is very satisfying at the end of the month that sort of brings us out from this mental agitation, conundrum, and almost sort of something jagged about it, you see, mentally jagged about it. And at the end, there's this resolution. The three is like, all right, okay, we've accomplished. The process has went well, whatever that process is. And we've arrived at a point where I feel I've won, you feel you've won, everyone is satisfied with what has been achieved. I hope that this is audible and that this has helped you to understand your reading. I felt compelled to redo, particularly yours, after I re-listened to it. I thought, oh my goodness, it's just terrible. So I might have to do all my readings in my kitchen, in my Alkaline Kitchen. So my Alkaline Kitchen serves both as the virtual tarot studio now and as the Alkaline Kitchen itself. So I want to thank you for coming to Virtual Tarot, and I hope to see you next month. I am also the person who does the council cards, and that's a subscription-based card that is a platform. And what I do is with a great deal of time and a great deal of mental focus, I go over the 4-card spread again and give you a deeper spiritual interpretation of it that's hard to do here. And I add also a member, 1 card from the major arcana, and that's the spiritual branch or segment of the tarot deck, specifically about our human evolution towards divinity, modestly speaking, right? So from that we can glean and receive the information from our spiritual guides. Each sign, as each individual, has a spiritual guide, because we belong to a family, not only a human family, but we belong to a spiritual family, a family that can be defined by the signs. When you were born, you're influenced very much by the radiation, the many energy elements of the time of year you were born, and you share various characteristics with people born around the same time of the year, having to do with many of the energies that come from the sun and all the other planets. So, that being said, please go there and subscribe, and that way I do all the 12 council cards, so I reinterpret all the 4-card spreads that you'll find for the month, and then they're archived too for way back. We also do private and personal readings, which Trudy is now in charge of completely. And so there's a link below for that too. And they are intended to bring more personal, as it said, or more distinct information to you about your individual situation, which maybe the 4-card spread isn't able to. So please go there. And I want to thank everybody again, if you didn't hear it before, and you probably didn't, for all your sympathy for my dad, who had a heart attack and a bleeding ulcer, and it was so dramatic. And I drove him to the hospital. Oh, that was really dramatic. And so he's recovering, and he's become a reluctant vegan under my tutelage, but a very reluctant one. I I heard him ordering up shrimp today, thinking that I wasn't listening. So he's hopeless. But go to my website, please, Ava's Total Health and Fitness Solutions, and you'll see the Alkaline Kitchen there, alkalinekitchen.wordpress.com or alkalinekitchen.net. I'll change it soon. Anyway, so I don't want to go on too long. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time. I very much appreciate it. Thank you. And namaste.